Hello, guys. It's your guy Guru, the Meslit Guru, guys. I'm back on YouTube again, guys. If it's your first time landing on this channel of the Meslit Guru, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, you hit the share button, and then you like my videos. Please, for sharing, guys, please make sure that anyone that you know that is doing grade 12 or is doing Meslit, and then these videos are going to be helpful for them, please do that, share with them. Okay, even if it's people that are going to rewrite, please share the videos with them. Okay, so here, guys, I came up with another strategy of uploading these videos. I have decided not to make these videos long, so I'm going to make these videos in parts. So it's gonna be part 1 up to part 5 for one paper. Okay, so it's gonna be part 1. It will have paper question 1, then part 2 question 2, in that order up until part 5 question 5. Okay, so here I am going to deal with Eastern Cape prelim 2023. This is the September that was written in 2023. Okay, so without any waste of time, we're gonna start here with part number 1. I'm just going to write my video below that this is part number 1. Okay, I'm not sure if this is visible enough. Okay, so we have landed here on question number 1. They say this is 1.1. Only wants to open a bank account and decide to research various bank account. Table 1 below shows the banking fees for different service offered to young people by 4 of South African largest bank. So we have Bank A, Bank B, Bank C, Bank D. Then we have the number 1 here. We have the monthly fees. We have the withdrawal ATM, and we also have the withdrawal at the bank counter. We have withdrawal at payment point. We have debit orders. We have the monthly statement. Okay, so they have different charges. So let's land on the first question, 1.1.1. They are saying, remember, guys, I prefer you that when you answer my questions in Meslit, this is what you're going to benefit from watching my videos on YouTube. Okay, when you look at the question like this, you must look at what we call an action verb. Remember, in English, you have been taught that an action verb is a doing word. Okay, so that word is very important when you come to Meslit, because in Meslit there is no question without the action verb, because it directs you on what to do. Okay, they can't say define and then you calculate. So immediately we know that they say right, we know that there is no calculation that is going to take place. Okay, so the first question here, they say write down the cheapest bank based on the monthly fee. So we all know what does this word mean. So in this case, we take the word of the cheapest as a what? As a terminology in this sentence. Okay, it tells us that we must write the cheapest. So for instance, you go to the shop and they are selling two types of bread. There is white bread and there is a brown bread. Then the white bread, they say, is 20 rand, and the brown bread is 15 rand. So which one is the cheapest? The one with the less amount. So it's the cheapest. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we are going to look at the cheapest bank based on what? The monthly fees, meaning that we are going to look at the less amount in the monthly fee. So when we come here to our table, we see that the first column right here or the first row right here has the monthly fee, meaning that between 1, 2, 3, 4, you are going to look at what? The one with the cheapest, the one which is the cheapest. So someone will say the cheapest one is this one. It's not this one, it's this one which is free. So this is our cheapest bank, which is bank number D. Bank number D has the cheapest. Okay, now let's go to 1.1.2. They say, which withdrawal method is the most expensive? Okay, is the most expensive one for a client withdrawing 1,200 from bank A. Okay, so this person, they want to know that come on, listen. when you look at this, we have three types of the withdrawal. We have withdrawal at the ATM, we have withdrawal at the bank counter, we have the withdrawal at the payment point. So they want to know that based on bank number A, which withdrawal is going to be the cheapest. Now, when you look at bank number A, they are saying when you withdraw from the ATM, they are going to charge you R1.90 for each 100 rand. Now, let's ask ourselves, how many 100 rands do you have inside 1,200? So we're going to say, can go to your calculator and say 1,200 divided by 100 rand. So it tells you that you have 1,200 rands. So it means you are going to pay 12 R1.90. So how much in total are you going to pay for that withdrawal? So it's going to be 12 multiplied by R1.90. And that will give us an amount of 22.8. Let me just do this. I wrote 20 by mistake here. Okay, it gives us 22.8. Then let's go to the second withdrawal, the withdrawal at the bank counter. They are only going to charge you R1.06. That's it. That's what they're going to charge you. Now they're saying withdrawal at the payment point. They say the first 3,000 is free. Then 95 cents per 100 rand. But when we check here, we are only withdrawing 1,200, meaning that 1,200 is still below 3,000. It means that it is going to be free. So the method that has the most expensive withdrawal, it is what? It is the ATM withdrawal. Okay. Right. Let's move to. It's hot in here. It's hot. Don't have a fan. Okay. Let's go to 1.1.3. They say determine how much the banking fee will be if Oletu choose bank C and withdraws 1,600 from the bank ATM. Okay, so let's go back. Oletu is going to use bank C and she's going to withdraw at the ATM. So let's look at bank C and then look how they are charging. So at bank C, they say first 1,250 is free. They don't charge you anything. And remember, Oletu now wants to withdraw 1,600. Then they say, then R1.85 per 100 rand or part thereof. Okay. So now let's go and do this. We're going to say for this 1,600, 1,250, I hope I'm correct. For 1,250, they are not going to charge Oletu. That is the rules according to the bank C withdrawal at the ATM. So now Oletu is left with how much to be charged? She is left with 350, meaning that this 350 can be charged. Okay, now they said then R1.85 per 100 rand. Now we need to know how many 100 rand are inside 350 that are going to be charged. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to come to 350 and divide it by 100 to see how many 100 rands are here, because the bank is going to charge here per 100 rand. So it's going to be 350 divided by 100 rand, and that gives me 3.5. It means there will be 100 rand, and the fourth one won't be 100 rand. But how many notes are gonna come out there? It means you're gonna have 4 notes, but it's gonna be 300 rand and 150 rand. But then this 150 rand, we are going to count it. They are going to charge it, but how much are they going to charge it? They are going to charge it as if it is the 100 rand, because the bank doesn't charge per rand. The bank charge per 100 rand. It means now we're going to convert these to 400 rands. Therefore, now we're going to multiply this by one. Is it 1 rand or is it 85 cent? Oh, 1 rand 85 cent. So we're gonna multiply here by 1,85. So that's going to be 4 multiplied by 1,85, and that gives us 7 rand 40 cent. That's how much Oletu is going to pay. Okay. Now 1.1.4, it says, choose the correct percentage below. The probability of choosing a bank with counter withdrawal cost less than 2 rand. Remember how many options do we have? We have 4 options of 4 banks. Now we're going to look at the counter on the withdrawal at the counter. Bank A, 1 rand 60. Bank B, 3. Bank C, 2 rand. Bank D, 2 rand. And the question here says the probability of choosing a bank with counter withdrawal of less than 2 rand. Which banks offers less than 2 rand of the withdrawal? So it's going to be a Bank A and Bank B. So it means there are only 2 banks. So we're going to say the probability is equals to 2 banks out of 4 banks. Then multiply by 100. Therefore, our answer is going to be number B, the 50%. That is our probability. Okay, let's move on to 1.2. Okay, in 1.2 we are given the table. They say the table 2 below shows the mid-year population estimates for South Africa in 2022. So the table 2 mid-year population estimates by population group and sex for 2022. So we have 3 columns. The first column, it shows the population age group. We have the Black African, colored, Indian, white. Then we have the total. Then we have the males and the females. Okay. Now they say calculate the number of Indian or Asian females. So when you look at our graph here, this is what they are talking about. These females were not given, but the males are given. Okay. So remember, for them to get this total, what have happened? They have added these numbers. So what is it that we're going to do to calculate this missing number here? This is a missing number here. So what are we going to do? So what we're going to do here is that we're going to add all the numbers that are there and we subtract them from the total. So in another case, what I'm saying is that we can say 30,980 110 minus, can just do this, 25,085,330 minus 2,737,987 minus again 2,396,679, and let's see how many females are there. So it's 30,980 minus 25,085,330 minus 27,987 minus 2,396,679, and that gives me a whooping total of 2. Can be this one. I think somewhere. All right. So it gives me a total of 760,114. 760,114. That is the total I'm getting. Okay, let's go to the next one. They say write down the total number of colored males in weights. So the first thing that I would like to do here is that we have to take this number and write it down so that we know what we are writing. Colored, they say write down the total number of colored males. So the number of colored males, let me do this. The number of colored males is 2601932. So we're gonna write that in weight. So that is 2 million. Hope I'm writing the right. Okay, 2,601,000. Yeah, 601,000. Okay, 900 and 32. Now, what is the last thing to put there? What are they talking about? Are they talking about money? They're talking about people? Are they talking about the stones or what? Now, because they're talking about people, then we're going to say and 32 people or males. So we cannot say people, we can say males. Yeah. Because in most cases, this is very important, because to differentiate the context, you understand, this number represents the male. So at the end, we have to put that this is the money, this is the what, we have to put it there. Okay. Then let's go to the next one. The next question here talks about determine the percentage of the females population represented by the black Africans. Okay, look at this, the percentage of female population. So if we look at the female population, we have what is 30,980,110. Okay, so now we need to know how many percent is being represented by the black females. I don't know if this statement is confusing or what, but someone might find this statement confusing, but I am not getting this statement confusing. It's very correct. Okay, so because if you look at that, there's no comma to separate the sentence. The sentence is one. Okay, so we need to know how many percentage the black African represent in the population of all the females. So we're going to look at the black Africans. It's going to be 25,085,330 over how many females are there? We have 30,980,110 multiplied by 100. So it's 25. So the percentage is 77.74%. This is the percentage they represent. Then we go to hope I did the right things. Let me check. Yeah, I did wrong here. Something's wrong here. My calculator here is pressed something wrong. 25,085. So it's important, guys, that every time when you check go back to your calculator and check if you have punched the wrong figures here, because here I just entered the wrong figures. But you see, when I talk, I talk about the correct figures, but when I go to my calculator, I punch the wrong figures, and then which makes my answer now to be wrong. Okay, so the correct figures here on the percentage is going to be 80.97%. 80.97%. So it's very, very, very important that you check your calculator against what you have written on the paper. Okay, we're almost done. Let's continue. Now they say, are the population estimated data numerical or categorical? Okay, so this one thing that I make people to understand the difference between a categorical data and a numerical data. Simply use these words. A categorical data is a data that can be measured. It means that we're going to talk about the heights of people, the temperature there, the length. You see, those things. Once they talk about anything that will need an instrument to get that data is being measured, then is a categorical. But this numerical data is a data that can be counted. So these people, how did they know that the African female, they are 25 million? What have they done? They have counted them. Okay, even though it's a large number, but what have they done? There is what we call a census in South Africa, for instance. Okay, what do? Those people go house to house and they count. Okay, when they get there, they ask, how many females live in this house? How many males? How many people are working? What are they doing? They are counting. They are not measuring anything there. So the data of this population here, we talk about what? The numerical data. Okay, let's go to 1.3. So now when you go to 1.3, now we are given a clothing store is having an annual sale on all items in the shop. In addition, a customer receives a further 50% discount on the cheapest item bought. Okay, Mr. Botta chooses a vanity bag for 249 rand 95 cent and a pair of sandals on sale for 135 rand 95 cent. So we can see those pictures there. We can see the prices. Then they say calculate the amount Miss Botta pays for her purchase in total. Remember, this person is buying 2 items, and what is very important is this statement here. This statement here is very important because they are telling you that whatever a person will come and buy in the store, on the cheapest item, if you're buying 4 items and there is this, remember, if you're buying different items, they're not going to have the same price. They're going to have different prices, okay? But the item with the less price, they're going to give you a 50% discount, okay? So now, this person is going to buy this bag. This bag, we can see that the price is what? Is above the sandals. So it means this one is not going to change. She's going to pay 249.95, okay? But when it comes to the sandals, on the sandals, they are going to give this person a discount of 50%. And remember, we need to know the cost that this person is going to pay. So we're going to say 135.95 multiplied by 50. Why am I writing 15? I love that. I love that. Once it's 15, I know what comes to my mind is fat. So 50 divided by 100. So obviously we know that 50 now it gives us the half price, okay? So basically we are looking for the half price of that. So it's 135.95 multiplied by 50 over 100. So that person, Ms. Butter will pay 60. Here I'm getting 67 rand and 96 cents. Okay, if I'm rounding off, I have rounded off. It was 959. Why am I writing that? It's even 8 here because it's 7 here. It's 7, so it's going to be 98 because it was 975. So I've rounded off to 2 decimal. So in total, she will pay 249 95. So it's gonna be, and I've cancelled, 249.95 plus 67.98. So that will be 317.93. That's how much she's going to pay. Okay, let's go to 1.4. Probably we are getting there. Okay, 1.4, we are given the table there. Oh no, the graph. We are given the graph. They say the number of active social media users in the given is given in the graph below. Monthly active social media. So they are only showing there. They say these numbers, they are in millions. Okay, so if we are reading it, we can say in a monthly basis, people that are active on Instagram, they are, if we multiply that by a million, is going to be 800 million. That 2000 there is gonna be 2 billion. Okay, because they say these numbers, they are in millions. So every time when they say the numbers are in million or they're in thousand, just know that they have reduced the numbers with a million or they have reduced the numbers with 1,000, so that they cannot write the many numbers there. Okay, so now let's go to the questions. They say use the graph above and answer the questions that follow. Which social media platform is used most on monthly basis? Which one is the highest? We can see is 2000. So 2000 there is what? Is Facebook. Because we know that this one, other people are using it even though they don't have a data. It has a Facebook free mode and stuff. Yeah. Name the type of the graph used above to illustrate the monthly type of the social media platform. So this type of a graph here is called a bar graph. We have lots of graphs, so you need to do a research. We have the double bar graph, we have the multiple bar graph, we have the stack graph, we have the scatter plot, we have the line graph, we have the pie chart. There are a lot, okay, but there are those that are always coming out in Mathslate. I can name them. We have the double, we have the multiple bar graph, we have the what is this, the one that is on top of the, what we call that one, stack bar graph, and we have the histogram, the pie chart. Also, I think there's a question about on that. Yeah, on this paper as well. You'll see them. Now they say number 3, calculate the difference between the third most popular and the least popular social media platform. What is the third most? The third most popular. Okay, let's go to the first popular. The first popular is Facebook. And which one is the second? The second is YouTube. This is my favorite here, because here there's a lot of education. Here it's just a social life here that won't take you anywhere, but here there's education. And then the second one, it is followed by WeChat. So now they need what? The third most popular. So the third most popular, we're going to look at the WeChat. Then what is the least? The one that people don't, less people use it. Which one is that? Is this one. This is the less number here. The Pine. I don't even know what is this. I don't even use it. So we're going to look at the difference. So the difference here, we're just going to say 1,309. 1,309 minus 200, because they say the difference. So in Mathslate, when they say the difference, you subtract 1,309 minus 200, and that gives me 1,109. Then we're done. Then we go to number 4. Name the social media platform that has the 4 times most active monthly user than the least popular platform. What is the least? The least is the smallest one, okay? Is the one of 200, which was what? Which was the painter what ne? So which one is 4 times this? So we're going to multiply this by 4 and see how much we get. 200 multiplied by 4 is what? Is 800. So which social media has 400 here? Is the Instagram. So that means the answer here is the Instagram. Okay, guys, this comes to the end of our part 1. Wait for part number 2. Part number 2 is coming. Just go down there on my YouTube channel. You'll find part 2 of this question paper, which is going to be question number 2. Sharp. See you on part number 2.